Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing a update on the bulbs in the garden, and recently we've had a lot of cold weather, but in the past few days it has warmed up quite a lot and the bulbs have really shot up during that time. So here I've got a big barrel of tulips and I've got lots of different colours, lots of different varieties this year. I've planted a lot more than I did the previous year just because every year I just want to get more colour, bigger and better. And we have had a bit of slug damage there. I have been on with a bit of a project last week, which was digging up some bleeding heart plants, also known as dicantra, and been putting them in there. Some of them did actually split as I dug them up, so that's what I've done there. I've just replanted them. I know that they are supposed to be split every so often. They were quite big, so, and then one of them is still intact, so we'll see how they go in comparison. Okay, to show you the rest of the bulbs, I mean I've got them lying around everywhere, but I won't show all of them. More pots of tulips here, and these here are crocuses, which I planted in the blueberry, which I just potted up last autumn. And these crocuses here we've had in the rockery for some years now, and literally the flowers appeared overnight. One day I was here and there was no flowers, the next morning they were there. So there's them. I have some daffodils which I actually split in the autumn and reburied, and they've come up thankfully, and there's some more coming up over here. Okay, and we've got some more tulips and a daffodil there coming up, and again more tulips. Now, a lot of the bulbs I actually dug up, which is recommended if you are going to reuse the tulip bulbs, and I stored them in the shed. I dried them out first, then I stored them in the shed and I replanted them. I've already planted all the bulbs between November and December, and luckily they have worked, they have come up. However, I did actually leave these ones in the ground, and I know a lot of people say to plant new tulip bulbs every year, but I don't believe in throwing stuff out unless there's something wrong with them. So they stayed there, and in this patch here they've all come up, and I have another patch here and they are starting to come up. You can just see some here starting to come up. Again, we've got a bit of slug and snail damage. Now these daffodils here, I had these stored in the shed and I thought they weren't going to come up because they weren't looking the best when I planted them, and they've actually come up overnight. They were not here yesterday, they have come up overnight, so that's great. And I've got some more daffodils. These are the new daffodils that I bought last autumn. These are a double flower, I think that's what you call them, where they've got like 2 rows of petals. So I'm looking really forward to seeing them, because I did want to grow them the year before, but they sold out, so I couldn't get them. And here's another patch of tulips which I left in, but these aren't doing as well. They've been eaten quite badly, and it would appear that these ones here have actually split, which is one of the reasons why they say like to get new bulbs every year, because they are quite often they do split. I'm trying to think of the word, can't think of the word. Susceptible, that's the word. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh, actually we do have a bit more advanced daffodils. These have been here for years, and we can see the flowering buds ready to come on them, so I'll keep you updated. Just before I end the video, I'm going to quickly go over here to show you the snowdrops, which I lifted when actually there were bulbs, which you're not really supposed to do. They say to lift them when they're in green, but I did it and I stored the bulbs in the shed, planted them about October, November time, and they've all come up, so there we go. quite happy with them. There's a few tulips popping up as well. I did have tulips in here last year, so probably some of the little bulbets probably remained in here. There is alliums in here as well. I'm not sure if they've really started to come up yet. It's a bit hard to tell at the moment. Okay, I'll keep you updated.